But what is the definition of arrested development?
Yeah, it is being stuck or limited in your emotional and social level of development, and it usually inhabits your ability to be constructive in situations and or constructive in environments. And we see this happen to us typically when we experience childhood trauma. And if you want to scale back and even think of us as a community, as we've experienced intergenerational historical trauma, we can almost say that African American folks, or what's commonly known, being talked about right now in internet circles, American descendants of slaves, we have had a collective arrested development as people, which can be one of the pieces to the puzzle of what we see right now with why Black folks can't get our stuff together. It's because we've had a stunted development culturally. That doesn't mean we haven't done great things and we haven't contributed and we have not put things into this world. But what it does say is we should be in a better position and in a better place that we're not, due to the trauma that we've experienced.
I want y'all to hear me clearly, man. I'm not judging any man who's addicted to the pleasures that this world has to offer. I don't blame you. From sex to porn to alcohol to drugs to spending, all the things we can get into. And the reason why I'm not judging you is because I've done every single one of those things and there's no telling what I'm going to do in the future. So I'm in the same boat with you right now. The thing is, though, you can't keep doing low frequency and expensive things like what I just named, but yet on the other hand, you're complaining about being broke and not having enough money and not being able to provide for your family. That's a contradiction, and you're lying to yourself, especially when you know that those things are what's causing you to be at the place that you are in your life. So here's the thing. If you want to be a high value man, if you want to change your life, then you got to get rid of all of those low frequency expensive things for right now so that you can focus and get better. But if you want to stay where you are in life right now, then continue to choose to do all the pleasures that this world has to offer, but don't complain about nothing.
I'm trying to free your mind, Neo, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
You hang around bums, bro, all you see is bum type of things, bro. If you hang around billionaires, all you see is money all day. This is why they say you hang around, bro. If you hang around billionaires, you a billionaire yourself, because that's all you see. You feel me? Whatever your brain sees on a daily, that's what it's finna manifest.
You know, people gotta stop telling themselves what they can't do. That's the number one thing. When I come in to this gym, when I step in front of people and speak, when I'm developing a course, when I'm writing a book, when I'm living my life, when I'm hanging out with friends, I never think about what I cannot do. I never think about what's not possible. I never think about, oh, this is gonna be tough. This would be hard. The very fact that you had the thought, that's the universe letting you know that you have the power inside of you already right now to put the energy behind whatever that thought is.
Spending money impulsively. Stop spending money emotionally. Save that money. You already proved to yourself you don't need it. Save it until it becomes a substantial amount. Then reward yourself with an asset. You heard me, nigga. I didn't say reward yourself with a pair of coon shoes. I said reward yourself with something that increases in value over time. It could be anything. Collectible items, stock, mutual fund, private lending, real estate, or business, high price commissary.
For Black people in general, cuz we sell trauma. Every hot movie, every TV show, for the majority. That's why Atlanta was so fucking important. And it has traumatic elements, but it's not just straight up, nigga, my life is trash. 12 Years a Slave, Nat Turner movie, Django, Moonlight. Let's keep it going. We can all name one right now. For Black people, the Black business is trauma.
Typically when we experience childhood trauma, and if you want to scale back and even think of us as a community, as we've experienced intergenerational historical trauma, we have had a collective arrested development as people, which can be one of the pieces to the puzzle of what we see right now with why Black folks can't get our stuff together.
That's what we got. Keeping Up with the Kardashians, all these other shows, they having a good time. It's reality TV just chilling. We can't even have reality TV where niggas ain't trying to squabble. We selling trauma. So you expect a nigga to not perpetuate that when they trying to get out of a situation that you tell them that they ain't shit until they get out of it. Until a nigga got money, bro, majority of the time, the way we look at it, and I'm talking for the consensus, not everybody. The majority of people, just from what I've seen, is until you got some money, you ain't shit. Funny thing about it is niggas are so stupid. Niggas don't know where they come from and don't know we made everything.
How you teach a people that have been stripped of their name, land, and resources? How do you teach them to love? You gotta show love. But if you really love black people, give us your bread. Give us a fucking house. Give us a school. Put some money together with some white folks and build a fucking community center for black people if you care about us. But you telling us to just love? We've been out of fucking love. We've been out of love for 400 fucking years. For 400 years we've been out of love. And now you gonna come in and tell us I vote for Obama. So nah, you ain't gonna do what you wanna do to redeem yourself. We gonna tell you what you need to do to redeem yourself, or we gonna run you the fuck out of the community. Cause you can't come in a black conversation. You can't come in a black conversation and tell black people how you expect us to love. No, we gonna tell you how to fuck to love us. If you wanna show love, work your ass off with some white people and create some community centers. Work your ass off, open up one of these stores and just give it to a black person. Restore what y'all have stolen from black people.
You take the money and all you doing is giving it back to the very institutions who put you here in the first place. When they only care about capitalism and politics. So that they can maintain power and rule because they are, what? The non-original people. So what they want to do is bring AI. What are the 3 AIs that they bring the most? Artificial intelligence. Because they know that if they don't have the numbers, they still need to figure out how they can be most effective at ruling the people. And they don't have the brain trust of different societies in America because people don't need to stay in America to feed their family anymore. You have the internet. So the most geniuses, the brilliance is no longer coming to America. So now they said, well, shit, we need some artificial intelligence. How the hell we go take control of all of these things? If in 2053, America looks like a mixed society, look like a bunch of Barack Obamas running around. So then, what else do they do? Artificial insemination. They said, well, goddamn, we can't make no more babies. We have to figure out how the hell we gonna produce some. So let's create the technology. A black man in no part of the world ever thought about artificial insemination. Shit, he got too many babies as it is. Then, what was the other AI? Artificial ingredients. Now they want to kill you through the food. And as we see viruses consistently come up, you're never going to see the Surgeon General talk about stop eating all these sugars. You're never going to see him break down how you're supposed to get vitamins and minerals through food to charge up your body. They're not going to break down that you need to take breathing techniques, that there's science to back these things up. And then you're going to get some of the most dumbfounded, fearful people in our communities that will spread this weakness instead of doing double-sided teaching. I was taught when I was a baby, the original man is the AG of the black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, the God of the universe. That was instilled for me when I was a baby, and we have to repeat it every single day. What is the mantra you feeding your child instead of trying to grow them up to be a real nigga?
Literally post-traumatic stress-like symptoms, right? And it would happen in my sleep. Now, I've had to do a lot of emotional work. I've done cognitive behavioral therapy. I've done talk therapy. I've done some self-work as well. But really, what happened for me is when I started to make the shift is I had to start defining who I wanted to be as a man. Mm-hmm. And I had to stop looking at Brandon as the little boy and look at who's Brandon becoming as the man. Because Brandon, little boy, dealt with a lot of pain. But Brandon, the man, does not have to deal with that pain anymore or cause any pain on anybody else. That small mental shift was huge, but then it took work. Man, I thought that was easy.
Right.
I did it in a couple hours. Ooh, right? But now the hard part is, what does this look like? Right?
How do you live this? How do you actualize this?
Yes. And so what I say is, I have a concept that I call the ABCs of resiliency, or the ABCs of life. And A is for adaptive awareness. So I'm aware of my trauma. Now I gotta adapt. I have to figure out, okay, what do I do with it, right? So I got mommy and daddy issues, if you think about it that way. So that's my adaptive awareness. I realized that now I gotta figure out, how do I relate to my mom my stepfather, and my biological father as an adult, because those three relationships still have possibilities and opportunities and are still real and present. What do I do with them? Which leads to B, which is balance and boundaries. So I have to set balance and boundaries with my parents. So my balance and boundary with my stepfather is I don't talk to him. He doesn't exist in my life. He exists in my younger brother's lives. That's their father. But for me, he ain't nothing. So I don't deal with him. Right. When he's around, I'm gone. You know, it might be a birthday party for one of my nieces or nephews. They grandpa's coming. All right, Uncle Brandon's got to roll. That's taking care of myself, okay? Uncle Brandon got to go, baby. I love you. But your grandfather's here and I might kill him. So I gotta go. But that's real.
The realest. I know people right now saying, oh my God, let me look at the records. Is Brandon part of my family? I don't know right now.
That's real. That's a boundary, right?
What does that mean?
To take something in.
Okay, excellent. To absorb. Anyone?
Everywhere, all the time.
So what is ubiquitous assimilation?
Always absorbing everything everywhere all the time.
Well done, George. How are you to imagine anything if the images are always provided for you? Who here read 1984 last year? Good. Anyone? Meredith?
Having two opposing beliefs at once and believing that both are true.
Excellent, Meredith.
Why do you always suck his dick, you fucking kiss ass?
To deliberately believe in lies while knowing they're false. Examples of this in everyday life. Oh, I need to be pretty to be happy. I need surgery to be pretty. I need to be thin, famous, fashionable. Our young men today are being told that women are whores, bitches, things to be screwed, beaten, shit on, and shamed. This is a marketing holocaust. 24 hours a day, for the rest of our lives, the powers that be are hard at work, dumbing us to death. So, to defend ourselves and fight against assimilating this dullness into our thought processes, we must learn to read, to stimulate our own imaginations, to cultivate our own consciousness, our own belief systems. We all need these skills to defend, to preserve our own minds.